All right, Yama, our first tutorial ever. What are we doing here?
We're going to go over the user interface. We're going to focus on the sidebar.
Okay.
What do you see there?
We've got home, replies, private, sent, and then accounts, user lists, and searches.
Correct. So for the home, replies, private, and set on the top, those are a reflection of the first pane or first panel. And usually home will reflect all of the compilations of all the accounts. If you have one account, it'll have all the posts, the tweets.
So you have Ask Seesmic, you have yourself, and you have somebody else.
Yeah, that's Tech Karaoke San Francisco. It's a Twitter account.
Woo! Okay, so all these accounts, what you're telling me is that when I'm home, you're going to see all of these. So this one was to Tech Karaoke. This one was to Tech Karaoke.
Correct.
This one was to you.
Yep.
To Yama. This one's to Yama. So replies equals replies to all three.
Correct.
Okay, and same with private, same with your sent messages.
Exactly. The first panel is a reflection of the sidebar.
Got it.
So these accounts are basically sub-accounts of the super home.
Okay. So we're highlighted at Ask Seesmic. So if I want to see just Ask Seesmic replies, I click on the replies here. And these are just going to be to Ask Seesmic.
Yep. And as you can see, it's color-coded yellow.
Yep.
And they're all to Ask Seesmic. On the next button below, next to replies, they're actually, those are direct messages. All right, and I don't want to show it because they're private. And then archives are posts or tweets that I sent from Ask Seesmic.
Okay.
If you click on that,
anything you've said to other people.
Exactly, right. And then the lookup is actually, if you actually click on perhaps a user.
Okay.
This one here, gee, I suck. I love this guy.
Jason.
Those are the tweets for that specific user, and that button reflects the specific tweets.
Got it.
If I want to create different columns, I can create a column using the detach button, which is on the upper right-hand corner of that pane.
Up here.
And if you can see, it says move to detached.
Okay, so I'll click that.
Once you click that, it creates a separate pane, and you've actually created a column just for Ask Seesmic.
Okay.
In the first column, it reflects back to home.
To your super home.
Correct. And if I want to see my personal account, which is Jay Yamasaki, you can click on that Jay Yamasaki on the sidebar.
Yep.
And then those are all the tweets for that specific account.
Sure.
Different group of users.
Yep.
So what I'll do is if I want to create another column, I can click on the move to detached pane. And then it'll actually extend out, and I'll have a total of 3 columns. 2 specific ones are my 2 accounts. Here's another thing is you can actually switch or move the columns around.
So we prefer Jay Yamasaki to be over here and Ask Seesmic to be on the right.
Correct.
Right.
Right. And now if you click on Tech Karaoke SF, we're going to create one more column. And before you click on attach, you should be able to click and drag.
Click, drag.
Right. For our next session, we'll go over user lists and searches.
Sure.
And talk a little bit more about that. But this is the beginning of the Seesmic Desktop, and you can view all of your tweets from the different Twitter accounts.
Great.